Subscribe to Breadmaker YouTube now.
Hello everyone, Breadmaker here with another video, and I am going to do a very quick video about something that was requested to me a bit ago, which was a sort of a guide to buying things for a wizard, looking for things for high roller and all that good stuff. So essentially what I have here is I already started purchasing a bunch of stuff, but I usually don't keep that much gold on my main account just because I want to keep a nice clean inventory. And right now what I am doing is I'm building up a couple of sets to go to high rollers with. So usually if you see people that are pushing high roller leaderboards, they'll usually have 1 to 5 sets on their main account just sitting there waiting, and they're not like god sets or anything, but there are blues and greens with really good stats on them that they can pretty much just pop on anytime they need to go into high roller and just try and continually use them until you die. Then you use the next one and maybe you'll kill someone and get a set back. And that's really the golden middle ground that you want to be striving for, where you are making enough money, getting enough kills and getting enough equipment back that you can like perpetually just go over and over and over again. So the market is really good right now for wizard items because of the recent nerfs. You can get some really good stuff for cheap. They did recently, I'm checking the market now right after they just finished buffing the values of haste and invis back a tiny bit, but you can still find some really good spell books for really, really cheap. And I'll show you some of the stats that I like to prioritize. So for example, for spell books, I usually like going for magic damage and movement speed and all attributes, of course, if you can get it. This one, 3 magic power, 4 movement speed. I got this for 50 gold. It's like ridiculous how good this spellbook is. Like 8 magical damage in total and 4 move speed. That's ridiculous. Right now, all the cloaks are also on sale. So the knowledge and will cloaks, the splendid and radiant ones, are on sale. So I'd recommend going in there. You want to prioritize a high knowledge and will stat on the base kit, and then anything like magical damage bonus or additional will or even agility to make you move a bit faster is also really nice to have. And you can see most of my stuff has either magical damage or additional will or magic damage percent or agility or just really high base stats on them. Then for all the other stats, it depends what build you're doing, but I usually like to run spellbooks instead of crystal ball and dagger. But you can also run spellbook with a crystal sword, in which case agility and weapon damage is still pretty useful. But otherwise, you want to prioritize for gloves, stuff like rawhide gloves with some stats on them. So rawhide gloves already come with knowledge and will, which is why they're the best in slot for wizard. But then you can also get other stuff on top of it. So if I see something weapon damage, or I'll get riveted gloves with additional magic damage or magic power, because they do give a bit of strength, which is very helpful in terms of HP. Next, for hats, I usually try and get either magic power or all attributes on hats. Usually the hats, there's not really much other stats you can look for, and in my opinion, the best stats you can look for is all attribute on almost any of your pieces. By the way, it's not just hats. So usually what I'll do sometimes is, while I'm sitting here ready to spend a bunch of money on sets, is I'll just filter to all attributes, and I will sit here, and anything that comes up that looks pretty nice and cheap, like for example, if I scroll up, maybe I can find something that looks like a decent offer. Usually like greens and stuff like that. If I was running crystal ball, like this 50 gold crystal ball would be really, really good. Mystic vestments, this mystic vestments that was going for 60 with +1 all, that's really good because mystic vestments already give you 1 wills and you're getting 1 attribute on top of it. So if you just sort of chill and let's say you're not playing, or what I was doing is, while the server was going down for maintenance, there's like a 30-minute window where you can't join games, but you can buy things on the marketplace. I'll usually just sit here and look for the roles I'm looking for. So all attributes or magical damage, stuff like that. I don't know why. Maybe there's an extra space. Yeah, magic. Here you go. So like magic damage add, magic bonus, magic damage, magic power, and you can just sit here, and I really like to go for the cheap things. And the thing I learned from watching a lot of these people that are climbing the leaderboards like crazy. So for example, this cloth pants, I will probably go and pick this up for 100 gold +3 magical power is like really good. And sometimes I'll like just put like a bit less gold, like 50 and 38. Sometimes they will cancel, sometimes they'll take it. These old shoes with magic damage are okay. Leather leggings, a +1 all attributes again. And like, it's not a big deal. Like, that guy declined the trade when I put 88 instead of 100. Like, that's not that big of a deal. Like, there's so much stuff that gets cycled through here all the time. But one thing I learned by watching a lot of really good people that climb the leaderboard and stuff like that is they won't really put on a god set or anything. They'll just have a set that is good enough that if you play it well, you can outplay someone with a lot more stuff than you. And that is pretty much what I strive to go for. You're not running all epics or all legendaries or anything like that, because anyone can get unlucky and just die to some random barbarian rushing them or some random rogue that was hidden that you didn't see and stuff like that. So yeah, and even all the stuff this guy's selling, like these shoes with +2 will is a good pickup for 50 gold. These heavy boots, 50 gold. Pretty much you just want to sit in here, put on the magical damage stats stuff, as well as all attributes, and you can just look for good deals. And there are so many of them that pop up. Like, let's check out these. These ones are okay. I mean, occultist boots, 30 gold for 1 magical power. Like, if I needed more boots, I would probably pick those up. They're like so nice and cheap. It's even better when someone's offering like a bundle, so you save money on taxes. So like, this is a pretty decent bundle. If it had something other than the staff, it might be worth it. You see these green spell books that if you want to start slower, the best thing you can do is just pick up green spell books for 50 gold and just try going in with just a green spell book every day, just to get an idea of how it feels to play it. But essentially, additional magic damage as well as all attributes is going to be what you are looking for. And I hope that answers the question of what I look for. So even these leather gloves are pretty good. For 100 gold, it's a bit much. This wizard hat with all attributes for 65 gold. Somebody traded it before I did. Another good tip is like, if you like get overwhelmed, these leather leggings for 50 are pretty good, but it looks like someone got to them. If you don't want to get overwhelmed with like sitting here like checking all of these things when the trade chat is moving quickly, you can filter it down to just 1 or 2 things at a time. So like, this guy wanted 65 gold, and we're going to be able to get a +1 attributes hat for like 65 gold. And then after tax, it's like, what is that, 83-ish. So there you go. Like, we're just like picking up like pretty good statted stuff, and all it takes is a bit of patience. And if you're a bit overwhelmed, like what you can do is like either filter by item. So like when I was buying the spellbooks, I only filtered to spellbooks, and I was just like sitting here looking for pretty good spellbooks. And like even this purple one, I think I got for like 80 gold. You know, it has 6 magical damage, 3 strength, and casting speed on it, which is crazy. You just have to wait for people to post stuff like that, and eventually it comes up. And even if people are posting stuff that might be a bit more expensive, what you can do, like instead of 100 gold, like maybe I'll try and offer like I don't know, 60 gold and see if the guy takes it. No, he didn't take it. But there are instances where they will take it. And like if something's, you're not really losing much anyways. This is a really good one. Spellcasting speed and all attributes for 150. If I didn't already have so many spellbooks, I'd probably just buy that for 150 straight up. But that is pretty much the gist of it. And I will have some videos coming out probably in like a week or 2 of me playing games with these sets because I'm trying to build a bit of a backlog before I travel for 3 weeks. Starting next week. So that is coming soon. I'm trying to stagger the videos. I'm filming like 3 to 5 a day and then just setting them to release in like 2 weeks from now. So you might see some gameplay coming up, but that is pretty much it. And if you guys have any comments, leave them in the or any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.